All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Me here talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. The super sad story of Randy Travis, country music Hall of Famer, incredibly distinctive vocal, um, won countless awards back in the 80s, the 90s, and even beyond. But it was 8 years ago this summer that Randy suffered a series of catastrophic health issues that ultimately took one of the greatest voices ever away from country music. He suffered viral cardiomyopathy and flatlining. Uh, Travis was revived, but only to remain in a coma and suffer a severe stroke. A lot of times when these news stories are initially reported, um, there aren't follow up stories to sort of document the progress. So I didn't know all the details here. Obviously, they were trying to mitigate some of these effects that would later continue after the stroke. He spent 5.5 months in the hospital, including uh, needing to have a portion of his skull removed to alleviate swelling. Just crazy. Randy was finally able to begin rehab, but now he has a condition called aphasia, which affects many stroke sufferers. And that meant that Randy's speech was significantly affected. I think we remember that Dick Clark had that problem, and they were putting him on television to host his rock and New Year's Eve celebrations. And it was just like, I wish they didn't do that, but they did. Randy Travis and his wife, Mary, are actually talking about this these days. Um, they were told initially that after 6 months, there would be no new progress for Randy to regain his speech. But as Mary explains, we're 8 years out now. It will be 8 years in July, and there's still every day a new word or two words put together. Those are the exciting things. So Randy Travis continues to make very slow but steady progress. Apparently, he even regained the ability to sing "Amazing Grace," which he performed at his induction to the Country Music Hall of Fame back in 2016. Interestingly, some stroke victims, such as Travis, are able to regain their singing abilities to a greater degree than regular speech, since these two activities are controlled by different parts of the brain. That is just amazing. So it almost like the power of music is more important than the power of speech. Like music, I mean, to say that music is completely unimportant to someone's life or to the world in general, it's music is powerful. Mary Travis says there's another important therapy for Randy, and that includes environment and stimulation. As far as just going out and living your life, that's when things start coming back to you. That's when words start showing up, because the best therapy is living. It's getting out there and doing what you enjoy, which has been really difficult for the last year or so. One thing that Randy Travis likes to do is he likes to show up at performances of basically these up and coming artists on the Texas music scene, like Cody Jinks and Josh Abbott, who are both quality country artists and deserve attention these days when country is going in the wrong direction. Apparently, Randy has the good sense to lend his talent or his just presence to some of these newer artists that are mostly on the West Texas music scene, but all across Texas, they kind of have their own country charts and so forth out there. And that's where the real country music is for the most part these days. So obviously, we wish Randy Travis a continued slow but steady recovery from all of this. And just to still have him here, a country legend, I think is pretty awesome. But man, I just didn't realize how much stuff he had been through. So um, I figured I'd put that out there for folks who might not have been familiar with it. All right. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon.